you're looking at an industry that's going to boom. And when I said at the very beginning saying there's not enough companies to fill all that demand, there's not. And there's a lot of companies scrambling around saying, how can we get a piece of that? How can we add this part, that part? How can we move forward and be part of that? We're already there. We're positioned for that, and we're working every day to make sure that all those who are part of MediPure can benefit on that. So hang on, because things are turning a little bit, and people want to be healthy. They don't want to be going to the doctors anymore. They want to be healthy, so they're looking at this. That's why the industry is growing so fast. You need to be part of it. That's why this bonus payout distributor program we've rolled out, so that you can be in a very functional way. The bonus payout distributor program works like this. We've had it another way. We showed you the very simplistic charts in the past. This is a PowerPoint presentation that you can use. It just talks basically, here the MediPure products are proud to present this program, and it shows how distributors can take their products and incentivize their agents by providing strong and solid commission residuals. This program is not MLM. However, it does provide breadth and depth while empowering you with the flexibility to build as wide or as narrow as you like. We have, at the very we first came out with this, we were saying you could only go 4 wide. You go as wide as you want, as wide as you want. We are preventing it, though, on depth, just going down to 4 deep. You just think anything deeper than that is too hard to manage. So, and you'll make some good money. We'll show you how. And keep in mind, the health and wellness industry is one of the strongest growing markets, as I just mentioned. So this is the first frame that you can show people that might want to be distributors. You move to the next frame and say, okay, how does the program work? Well, we have a little chart here. There's tier 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the number of distributors on each tier. 4, 16, 64, 256. Of course, you could take that as wide as you want. Then we talk about what each of those, MPP, MGP, and BP stand for. MPP stands for the minimum personal purchase. Again, in order for you to qualify and have a bonus, you yourself has to purchase from MediPure on tier 1 $400 of product, and then you can get your bonus as long as your group purchases also purchase a minimum. So MGP stands for minimum group purchases from the company to get the bonus. No, you must have both. So your group purchases, those are the people underneath you, combined together must have made at least $1,000 purchase for that month, and you yourself a $400 purchase that month. It's not that much. When you start working the system, you're going to find out this is incredibly low. If you have 4 distributors underneath you working, and if they only do, $250, they don't have to do $400. They just do $250. You're at that $1,000 mark. And if you did $400 yourself, you get the bonus. BP stands for the bonus percentage that you get on that level. Okay. Now note, each tier can be as wide or as narrow as you would like it to build. Tier 2, as you help your 4 distributors underneath you, or maybe it's going to be 8, maybe it's going to be 20, maybe you can have 40 people in that front line. Right there you're going to be working with, because you've taken it 40 wide, and you help those 40 or those 20 or 10 or 4. We'll say 4 for now to keep it simple. So you take those 4 and you help them find 4 each, or maybe they're going to find 10 or 20 or 30, whatever it is. Anyway, keep it simple again. They're going to find 4 each, so that's 16 people on level number 2. So level number 2, you need to have your personal minimum purchase of $500. And you only have to have $2,000 of minimum group purchase. Now you take 16, and those 16 distributors, if they buy, $150 worth of purchase in each, well, you've hit your 2,000 mark on your minimum group purchase. And then level 3, as you see it promotes, and then 16 get 4, that's 64. As the 64 on level 4 get 4, that's 256. So you see how that expands, and you can see the breakdown on how you get your bonus percentage. Hopefully that's clear. There you go. You can see it breaks down again. Let me take it back one step here. Okay. All right. Kind of jump on its own a little bit there. Okay, each tier can be as wide or as narrow as you like. We talked about that. I kind of go through this, just talking about it again. So there you see it. It's calling out a little more specifically so you can see. And then you bring in your tier 3 that has 64. And then, of course, tier 4 has 256. That's a total organization of 340. That's a very small condensed group, an organization of 340 people. As you take it wider, of course, that's going to grow and it's going to be more people. So you can see how that can work out to your advantage with regards to income and revenue. This is a direct bonus program. When you get paid a bonus based on purchases and benchmarks, this graph illustrates an example of recruiting 4 distributors, assuming that each distributor can recruit 4 more, so that by the time you have developed your 4th tier, you have 340 distributors under your management. Your payout is as follows if you just do the 4 distributorships as we talked about. The example of a minimum payout, I mean, if you just minimally hit the minimums and barely hits them out, then you would, on tier 1, you'd make $100 a month, tier 2, $160, tier 3, $240, tier 4, $400. That's $900 of passive income coming in from your distributors underneath you. Now, an example is if the distributors purchase their minimum order. Okay, now let's back up so you have this clear what I'm saying here. The example of minimum payout is this, that you purchase your minimum purchase that you need to purchase, but the distributors underneath you don't purchase their minimum orders, but they purchase enough to hit your minimum group purchase. Hopefully that makes sense. They didn't do their full minimum that they should have, but they just, between 4 of them, or between 8 of them, between 16 of them, they bought enough between the group to reach that minimum group purchase, which allows you to take home that bonus of $900. Now, if each one of those distributors underneath you that you're working with, each one of them purchased their minimum order, here's how it shakes out. For tier 1, you get 160. Tier 2, you get 640. Tier 3, you get 2,304. Tier 4, 8,960. That's a $12,000 a month income with them just doing their minimum. Now, I'm telling you, there's going to be people who do more than their minimum. And there's going to be, they're going to make their branches, you know, their groups wider. So you can see how this can really augment to some big money fast. It's not one of those things where you got to build this huge downline and this enormous thing. Okay, here's the following is an example of monthly compensation based on developing 10 distributors, and each distributor developing another 10 distributors until your 4th tier is created. All right. So for those who have been involved in any distributorship and understand bonus programs, or for those who've been involved in multi-level and understand how those work, they'll see this and understand that this is a real dynamic, easy way and a very attainable program. So if we were just based on this, your tier 1 would be 400, tier 2 would be 30,200, tier 3 24,000, tier 4 200,000. 10 distributors in your wide, and you have those 10 distributors fine. You know, 10 distributors, and you work that down to your 4th tier. It's very easy. You do it very quickly, and the people who are going to jump on this are going to be people that are going to bring others on. They're going to be recurring purchases. They're going to buy the product. Not everybody's going to be a distributor, but those distributors will have people that are going to buy every month because they want their aqua lift. They want their team essentials. They want their synergy. All right. They want to have the products that are going to create their health and maintain their health. So you can see the $227,600 a month in income. You can't get that kind of income with those few numbers of distributors in any multi-level company whatsoever. And for that fact, there's no other distributorship that offers that kind of program. We're being very, very generous. That is the end of that. Those people who distributors would like a copy of this, and we would be glad to get it out to you so you can read through it and see what it is and kind of digest it and have questions, and we can walk it through you again.